Hey, Miles here, milesbeckler.com. This video is going to help you understand exactly what is most valuable for you to work on next. In a moment, we're going to jump on my computer and I'm going to show you a 3-step process that you're going to be able to go through to help you identify the most valuable and important thing for you to work on next, because we've all been there, right? Whether you just went on vacation and came back, whether you just finished up a really big project and you don't know what to do next, or you had friends and family come out for a few days and then you're trying to get back to work and like, what the heck am I doing right now? So this process is what I personally use to kind of get it all out of here, get it down, and then organize it in a way so a clear data-driven decision of like, that is exactly what I'm working on next. Because once you have that confidence in what you're doing next, everything else starts to line up and you can kind of ignore everything else from there. If you're just getting started in business online, you can use the same exact process for choosing the right business model, the right approach, the right content marketing campaign, etc. Because ultimately, there's a million and one ways to make money online. You need to figure out one way and then stick with it. If you're following this person, that person, this person, and jumping all over the place, you're never going to make any progress. This will work in that same scenario. So let's jump right into it. I'm going to share my screen with you here in a moment, and we're going to get my little drawing tablet out. So 1 second on that here. And here we go. I got to clean out that last thing I had going on there. Just doing some copy coaching there. All right, and on here, so the first thing that I recommend you do is writing everything out. Now there's a process, it's called Daily Pages, and I believe it's from a course called The Artist's Way, which I've been through. And the theory here is when your mind is absolutely full and it's just running with you. You should do this and that and this and that, and you can't focus in on one idea. That's because it's running. And the simple act of simply writing it all down is the number one way for you to gain clarity, because once it's all out of your head, then your mind is free. So number one, write it down. Okay. Then number two is order the biggest things, the biggest tasks with a time, that's a clock by the way, and a dollar representation. Okay, so what I mean by this is now that you've written down everything, this is going to be messy. I'm talking just notepads. It's stuff you can burn, you can throw it, you can shred it. It doesn't matter. Throw it in your compost bin. Ultimately, write it all out. But out of that, you sometimes go back through and you underline. And you might think, well, like, okay, so number one, I'm going to use myself as a little bit of an example. So number one, I could do a new affiliate site, right? Number two, I could build a new funnel. Number three, I could build a new upsell, and so on and so forth. You want to list out everything that you have going on, everything that was in your mind bouncing around, whether it was dumb, pointless, irrelevant, get it down on this list. But here's the key for this second step. You want to go through and you want to go ahead and note how your estimate, right? It's just an estimate, and I'm going to change color for this, on how much money on a scale of 1 to 10 this thing could bring you and how much time it's going to take you on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay, so let's do the money first. So if I'm thinking a new affiliate site, I'm thinking somewhere around $3,000. So I would say that's $3,000 a month is what I would expect from a new affiliate site. So I would put that somewhere as a 3 on my list. A new funnel might bring me in an extra $100,000 a month. So, or excuse me, $100,000 a year. So I'm going to put this at a 7. A new upsell might bring me in, you know, I could attach it to a lot of different things. I'm going to say that's a 5. I'm being arbitrary. Sometimes you just got to jump. I'm just trying to use some sort of a parameter that helps me understand about what it will take. And then we have the time factor. Okay. So I'm just going to put T over here. So how long is it going to take me to build a new affiliate site? Now, time horizon is important here. What is your time horizon? For me, a new affiliate site is a 10 out of 10 on time, which means that's the longest term thing. I'm building that one as the case study. I don't really expect to see exciting results until month 8, 9, or 10. That is ridiculously long term. A new funnel is going to be, you know, I'll put that as a 3, because a new funnel I could probably get done in about a week and a half. In 2 of my most recent videos, I actually just launched a new funnel, and all in all, I think it took about 2 weeks to get done. So I've got that as a 3. A new upsell, I'll be honest, I could do this kind of in a day, right? My wife and I, we could come up with a product, put together a new script, she records it, I get it set up in our shopping cart. That could get running in about a day. So time, 10 is the longest, 1 is the shortest. And again, I want to reiterate, you're not doing 3 things here. I'm doing 3 for just an example. You have 4, 5, 6, you want to do lots of them, okay? Everything you have that's potential for you to work on, whether it's a new traffic source. So I could think of like Instagram marketing is something I could put in here, and I think it's a very low value thing. So for me, Instagram marketing would get a 1 on money and it would get a 10 on time because it would take a lot of time and it wouldn't generate much money. Once you have all of these listed out, we go on to part 3, which is we graph this information. Now, this is where it gets really, really interesting. And you want to just draw a simple line graph. And on the left, we have the dollars, okay? So the dollars are going up in this sense. So up here, this is like 10 out of 10 on dollars. This is 1 out of 10, which means this is low value. This is high value, okay? And then this is your time coordinate down here. Now on the time, again, this is your 1, this is your 10. So my affiliate site, which was super long-term, will be over here. And then you plot everything onto this. So I'm just gonna plot this out. So my affiliate website was like a 310, right? So that goes here. And then my other one was, can't see my cursor right now. Oh, I'm over there. I'm off the map, y'all. Give me a second here. So then I had another one that would have been, I think it was like a 3 on the money and a 3 over here. And then I had another one that was up here. And what you're gonna end up with is all of your different points, right? And again, if this isn't super clear, I didn't write out all the numbers for you. There's obviously your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then the same down here. And all you're doing is plotting all of those different items you have in this graph. Once you get everything onto here, it's pretty simple to know what you need to work on. You can imagine, or you can flat out draw it at the 5s. You want to put crosshairs and break it up into quadrants. This quadrant up here is where all of the money is. This is where you want to focus. And this is the entire point of this whole process. Starting by brain dumping it all out to just free up your mental space and to quiet that mental chatter. Then create an organized list where you begin to give numerical values based on the value, the dollar value, and how long it's going to take to get that project to completion. Then you plot it out. And why we're most interested in this quadrant here is ultimately because we're in the highest echelon of money. So this means it's the most valuable and it's the least amount of time, right? So this is exactly how you find the most valuable projects that take the least amount of time. Once you know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that this item right here, which I think for me was the upsell funnel, or maybe it was the other, I don't know what it was. I was making all of that up, but you want to do this seriously. Once you identify what it is, you can then just put everything out, right? Take it all out of your mind. And you know, based on a data-driven process, that this is the item for you to work on. And then you work on it to completion and you get it done. And there's an idea. It's more than an idea, excuse me. So the word excellence, I want to share this with you right now. So you want to complete things with excellence, but if you look at the etymology of the word excellence, it means seeing something through to completion. Now, a lot of people think that excellence means like, wow, we just put all these, like it's just amazingly done. No, it just means that you finished it. And that's really the key. So you go all into that new project that you've identified that is the most valuable and it will take the least amount of time. You go all in on that. Turn off your email, turn off your social media, turn off everything. Go lock yourself in a basement, which is where I'm at now, where I get my best work done because there's no interruptions or distractions down here. My phone is always on airplane mode. I never turn my phone on. My email's closed. I go all into that project and I see it to completion because that's doing it with excellence. Then once it's done, repeat the process. You don't necessarily just go back to that next thing inside of your graph you already did, because on the path of creating that next thing that you just saw to completion, you might have new ideas. You might have found that that maybe a new upsell for that new thing you created would actually be more valuable than what you thought would have been most valuable before. And I go back to this process over and over and over. I do it on my whiteboard, which is just behind you over here, over and over and over. I've probably done this 7, 8, 9, 10 times this year already, and it constantly gets me focused. Like that's where we are in our business right now. I see it to completion. I go have fun. I do my road trips back and forth between my 2 different places. And when I'm ready to get going again, I know the process to go work with to identify those projects that are the most valuable, that are going to take the least amount of time. And that's how I keep moving my business forward. And now you know the process as well. If you've enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. If you have questions, that's what the comments are for. I appreciate you. If you want to share this with somebody who likes productivity and who needs help getting shit done, give them this video, grab the link, send it out, share it on social. I appreciate you. I look forward to connecting with you on the next video. I'm doing 3 videos a week right now, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you soon. Be well.